All right, guys, here's what we're gonna do. I want you to get a little bit comfortable because we are gonna talk about a lot of uncomfortable shit. And I want you to really pay attention because this one's gonna be really important, okay? So, I've currently been struggling a lot with staying consistent, being productive, feeling good in my own skin. 2, 3 weeks ago, I was at such a low point in my life that I felt like I couldn't go on like that anymore. I literally couldn't go on. I felt depressed. I felt emotionally numb. I felt worthless. I couldn't get out of bed. I just felt like a piece of shit, man. Like it was not fun. Okay. Now, I came to learn a few things these past few weeks that really helped me get out of that rut because you don't want to stay there. You really don't want to stay there because there is nothing to be gained in that pit of darkness. Literally nothing. The only thing that is to be found there is misery. You only find misery in that place. Okay? But sometimes you gotta be there for an extended period of time before you understand that it's time to make a change. You gotta make a change. And it is in your hands, right? In my previous video, I talk about taking responsibility. And I was talking about the fact that sometimes you're just tired of taking responsibility. That's fine, right? You can feel like that for a few days. But after that, you gotta realize there is literally no alternative. So you gotta take life in your own hands, okay? It is up to you to make a change. It is up to you to come up with ways that you can pull yourself up by the bootstraps and start facing life. Because as young men, and I'm particularly talking to you, young men who are feeling stuck, emotionally numb, you're wasting your time, it's not a good place to be in, man. You have so much potential that is craving to be actualized. The biggest journey of a man is to self-actualize. I believe that this is the true purpose that we're all looking for. And look, you gotta stop looking for your purpose, okay? When you're in your mid-20s, early 20s, you don't know what the you want to do. I didn't know what the I wanted to do. I was just trying out different things, traveling, being a photographer, working online. I was all over the place. I was like, I should know my passion. I should know my purpose by now. I'm lagging behind. These people around me seem to have it all figured out. Look, they don't have it all figured out. Trust me. Everybody you talk to is confused about some things in their lives. And the people who are not, well, those are very, very rare. Like, trust me. Okay? So it's okay to not have it all figured out. Sometimes you just gotta be useful, all right? Some passions, they're not profitable. You will not be able to earn a living from playing video games. I'm sorry to break it to you guys, but the people that are telling you that you can earn a living from playing video games and becoming rich doing that, those are the blessed few. It's like the 0.00001% of guys who play games consistently that actually end up making money doing that, right? So sometimes you just gotta accept that what you enjoy doing is not necessarily profitable. It's not going to sustain you. And as a man, you need to be able to sustain you. Like, it's so important because if you're relying on other people to care for you constantly, you will just be a baby in a grown-up body. You will not be, confident. You will not be able to go for what you want. You will feel miserable. You feel truly miserable. And I was there, guys. I literally was there. I was unwilling to grow up. I wanted to stay, in a safe environment. My parents taking care of me. I didn't want to face the world. I was afraid. I was like, all this unknown out there, I can't handle it. So I'd rather stay safe and, be protected by my family. But deep down, that this is not the way to go. And how do you know this? How did I know this? Because I had this anxious, man. I felt anxious. I had this anxiety, constant anxiety living inside me because I knew that I was not living up to my potential. I was living a lie. You're only anxious because you're living a lie. There's nothing more to it. Okay. So you got to understand that by not owning up, by not showing up, by not doing the things that are discomfortable, uncomfortable, you will stay stuck in the same place and you will feel miserable. I've been there, guys, trust me, for way too long, okay? And what I came to realize is that the only cure, literally the only cure to get out is to start doing stuff. Just start doing stuff. Start to get out of bed instead of thinking your way out of bed, right? If you're laying in bed in the morning and you're unable to get up, right? Don't try to think your way out of it. Set a rule for yourself. Okay, maximum, I give myself 5 seconds. Give yourself 5 friggin' seconds to get out of your bed. Like that. Boom. You know what? Once you do that and you're up, you're out of your bed, you will not want to go back because you already overcame that discomfort, right? That is currently what I'm really experimenting with. Is that, okay, I notice a desire. I lay in bed and I notice this desire of, man, I don't want to wake up. I'm tired. What am I going to do? I don't look forward to the day, man. Like, just let me sleep. I don't want to face my responsibilities today. I just want to snuggle and snooze and forget about everything, right? Now, this is a desire I have. Now I'm trying to train my brain to do the opposite of that. Okay, pick the thing that is the most uncomfortable right now and go do that instead. All right? So I notice the desire to stay in bed and I say to myself, no, that's not going to happen, man. Just get out of bed right now. I know it's uncomfortable. I know you don't want to do it, but you can do it. You can decide. That's the amazing thing, guys. You can decide to override any desire you have. So that is what I'm currently experimenting with, right? Any desire that pops into my mind. Oh, I feel like I want to drink a glass of whatever, like soda. I want to drink a glass of soda. That's a desire I have. Let me not engage in that desire and do something else that is building something that's productive, that is going to benefit my future self. Make decisions that your future self will thank you for. This is such a powerful mindset, guys. It is changing my life. Honestly, it is truly changing my life. So this is what I'm currently experimenting with. Every time I notice a desire, I will acknowledge that desire and I will tell myself, okay, I have this desire right now and I choose to not satisfy that desire. And this is a skill that if you cultivate it to the degree that every time you have a petty desire and you're able to choose the opposite of that, you're able to delay your gratification, right? And you can start small, guys. You know, I started small. I was like, okay, right now I feel like I want to eat something unhealthy. Okay, I noticed the desire. Postpone it for 10 minutes. Just wait for 10 minutes. Just sit at a table and wait for 10 minutes before you eat that unhealthy food, right? You will not want to eat that unhealthy food anymore. Waiting for 10 minutes. Put away your phone, all right? Put away your phone because you will just distract yourself. Oh, 10 minutes are past, now I can do it. No. You wanna be mindful of your desire. And it will subside. After 10 minutes, you will want to get up and do something else, man. You will want to go outside or talk to someone you like, or it doesn't matter. But you will not want to engage in that unhealthy behavior anymore. Because these desires, they are so short-lived. They are so incredibly short-lived. And it's just a little bit uncomfortable to override these desires. It's just like a few seconds that you're like, God damn it, I want to eat something unhealthy now. I want to stay in bed right now. I feel tired. I want to waste my time on social media. I want to watch some porn and jerk off, right? I feel this desire. But if you push yourself, and at the start, guys, you will have to use willpower. You'll have to change the mindset. It's not that I want to do it. No, I don't want to do it. And that's precisely why you got to do it, right? You training your willpower muscle. You're training, overriding your lizard brain, because you know what? All this petty, low level survival desires and needs, right? These cravings, these things that make you feel comfortable, right? You want to stay comfortable, snuggle up in your little blanket, or eat Snickers and ice cream, you know. These are petty, low level desires that come from your lizard brain, all right? Your brain consists of multiple parts. And yes, this theory is kind of getting old now, and there is different ideas that, you know, that challenge these theories, but the main idea, right? The main idea is that our brains evolved from reptile brains, okay? Instincts, automatic behaviors, right? If there's a ball flying over your head, you automatically protect your head, right? This is a reflex, instincts, okay? Fast thinking, because this has to be instinctual, because otherwise you have no time to think, right? There is fast and slow thinking. There is a great book about this. Think fast and think slow, something like that. I'm butchering the name, doesn't really matter. Go look it up, you'll find it, right? And so we have fast thinking that is taking care of survival needs, things to protect us from dying. And then you have slow thinking, which is prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain that developed later. The state, like humans evolved over time, and our brains, I watched a TED Talk just today, our brains increased 3 times in size since the start of when we were apes.
The human brain has nearly tripled in mass, going from the 1¼ pound brain of our ancestor here, habilis, to the almost 3-pound meatloaf that everybody here has between their ears.
Our brain's size increased. And so the prefrontal cortex is the part of our brains that is able to regulate our executive function. It is able to imagine things. It is able to think into the future, to think into the past, right? This is the part of the brain that can actually make a choice, all right? And the lizard brain is the part of your brain that's just sending out signals. But once you identify with those signals, with those desires, right? The lizard brain wants to keep you comfortable. Survival needs being met. Sleeping, being warm, eating, being well fed, you know, getting fat, right? This is, we are constantly driven to get fat, to expend as little energy as possible, because this is what kept us alive when we were living in tribes in the wilderness, right? We had to install different systems in order for us to maximize our potential for survival. But nowadays, none of that is existing anymore. I bet that it's probably been over maybe even a few years since the last time you actually went hiking somewhere in the woods for even like a few hours without food and water. When was the last time you went hiking somewhere without any, you know, fancy equipment and a fridge to keep your food cold, right? And a soda to satisfy your sugar cravings. You know, we are not spending our time like we used to when we were, you know, trying to actually survive in the wilderness. So there's a lot of systems that are outdated for today's society. And one of them is, you know, we're not made to constantly be distracted by stuff. Social media is, I am slowly starting to understand, okay, I'm doing a dopamine detox, right? It's a fancy term to describe some kind of behavioral change where you remove most of the unnecessary stimulants in your life, okay? Social media, junk food, porn, all this stuff, right? It's just distraction, right? Social media, guys, I am getting more and more convinced it is poison. It is poison. Some people, their businesses are based on social media and they need it for their business. I can totally understand that. And if you use it for that purpose, if you're a creator and this is where you make a living, fine. But most of us, myself included, I don't make a living off of social media. The only thing I do is consume and try to portray a certain type of personality on there. And, you know, it's just distractions. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, right? Everybody's just comparing themselves. And I'm taking currently a course online on Coursera, The Science of Well-Being. I highly recommend you check it out. I will put the link in the description. Absolutely fantastic course. And so the professor She talks about how social comparison is truly affecting our levels of happiness. All right, guys, so I decided to cut this little rant into two pieces because it was quite long, and I know that some of you guys are like, oh, 30 minutes, I don't want to watch a 30-minute video. So, I want to expose my message to as many people as possible, and if I can increase the amount of people actually clicking and watching what I talk about, then that's a good thing and it's a win for everyone. So stay tuned for part 2 of this rant. I'm sure you will get a lot of value out of it. And feel free to let me know down below in the comments what you think. If you have any ideas or inputs about the things that I talk about, it's important to start a conversation. We want to help each other. We want to build one another up and create, a strong community of people that actually support one another. So thank you for being here with me. I really appreciate your time, and I'm looking forward to seeing you here for part 2 of my little rant here. So until then, I wish you a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and I hope to see you soon. All right, peace.